Get ready. Although this week may seem deceptively calm on the surface, beneath it, an immense wave of transformation is building, waiting for the right moment to break. The air is thick with a quiet tension, a stillness that often precedes the most profound changes. It's the kind of week where everything seems normal, until all at once you realize you're standing in the middle of an energetic storm, caught between the past and the future, the known and the unknown. Just over a week ago, a total lunar eclipse rippled through the cosmos, shaking up emotions, unearthing secrets, and bringing hidden truths to light. Now, as if out of nowhere, we are being pulled into another celestial whirlwind. This time, a solar eclipse set to take place on March 29th. Eclipses always carry an air of unpredictability, but having two so close together isn't just rare. It's a powerful cosmic sign. This pairing is a potent energetic portal, marking both an ending and a beginning, shutting one door while another swings wide open. These eclipses serve as catalysts, forcing us to release what no longer serves us and step into an unknown future. They are the universe's way of clearing the path, sometimes gently, but often with an intensity that feels like a force beyond our control. Whether we're ready or not, these celestial shifts are realigning timelines, rerouting destinies, and bringing about changes that will echo long after their shadows have passed. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. This solar eclipse, despite its cosmic grandeur, might not even be the biggest shock of the week. There's a specific moment hidden within these days, a fleeting but powerful alignment that no one is paying attention to. It's the kind of energy that doesn't announce itself in advance, but when it arrives, it shifts everything in an instant. Most people won't realize what's happening until they're already in the thick of it. A sudden realization, an unexpected event, an unforeseen twist. Something is coming, and it holds more weight than we might expect. I'll reveal when and why soon, so stay tuned. While many will be mesmerized by the spectacle of the solar eclipse, the breathtaking shadow, the perfect alignment, the sheer beauty of it, what's truly significant is happening in ways we cannot immediately see. The most profound shifts don't always arrive with fanfare. They unfold quietly, deep within us, altering our course in ways we may not understand until much later. This isn't just about blocking out light. It's about reshaping destinies, dismantling outdated structures, and rewriting the unseen forces that govern our paths. For those who are paying attention, this is a week to watch closely, to listen intently to what is unfolding beneath the noise of everyday life. The universe is speaking in whispers and echoes, in the quiet shifts and the sudden revelations. What feels like a minor moment may turn out to be a pivotal turning point. This is the kind of energy that lingers, that plants seeds for events yet to unfold. So stay aware, stay open, and most importantly, stay ready. Because once this moment arrives, there's no going back. And that's where things take a turn toward the unsettling. Whether you consciously recognize it or not, unseen forces are at play in your life at this very moment. These forces shape your emotions, color your thoughts, and influence the trajectory of events unfolding around you. The circumstances you find yourself in right now are not simply the result of random chance. There is an intricate, often invisible web of energy, patterns, and cause and effect dynamics that guide the course of your experiences. Every moment this week holds a deeper significance than you might initially perceive, and ignoring these subtle undercurrents is not an option. Awareness is your greatest ally, because being caught off guard later is far more disorienting than acknowledging the signs in the present. This week, the cosmos itself is sending a rare and powerful message, one that arrives only once every 15 years. Saturn, the planet synonymous with karma, discipline, and life's toughest lessons, is momentarily concealing its most defining feature. Its rings, the very symbol of its authority and influence, will appear almost invisible from Earth, reduced to a mere thin line. This is not a meaningless celestial shift. It carries a profound and symbolic weight. Saturn is known as the cosmic teacher, the force that demands accountability and ensures that we confront the truths we would rather ignore. But when its rings, its unmistakable presence, fade from view, it forces us to ask ourselves, what else in our lives has been hidden in plain sight? What crucial truths have been lingering just beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to break through? This event is not just an astronomical phenomenon. It is a reflection of the energies influencing us on a deeper, personal level. Saturn's rings represent structure, boundaries, and the framework that holds our lives together. Their temporary disappearance suggests that something foundational in your life, something you assumed was fixed, reliable, or unchanging, may be shifting, obscured, or requiring a second look. It could be a long-held belief, a relationship dynamic, or even a self-imposed limitation that you've accepted without question. Just as the universe periodically rearranges its celestial bodies to offer us new perspectives, this rare alignment is urging you to reevaluate what you have taken for granted. Moments like these act as cosmic wake-up calls, shaking us out of complacency and challenging us to examine the unseen forces that shape our reality. They remind us that life is not as rigid as it seems. What appears solid and unmovable today may, in fact, be an illusion, ready to shift at a moment's notice. This week, pay attention to the subtle cues, the gut feelings, the quiet realizations that whisper truths you may have overlooked. The universe is always speaking, always guiding, but it is up to you to listen, to decode its messages, and to embrace the clarity that comes when hidden truths finally come to light. This week is a turning point, a time when what has been hidden, overlooked, or buried deep in the shadows is finally stepping into the light. Expect moments of sudden clarity, revelations that shift your perspective, and realizations that make you see people, situations, and even yourself in a completely new way. These aren't just minor insights. They have the power to reshape your understanding of the past and influence the choices you make moving forward. And what makes this even more significant is the timing. These revelations are unfolding in the days leading up to a powerful new moon, a cosmic reset that signals the start of something fresh, something different, something deeply aligned with the truths you're uncovering now. When the universe unveils something to you at such a pivotal moment, it's not random. It's intentional. You're being shown these truths for a reason, and what you do with this newfound awareness will set the tone for what comes next in your life. The energy surrounding this period is one of heightened intuition, a sharpening of your inner knowing. You'll sense it in your body, in your mind, in your dreams. March 27th marks a shift that, on the surface, may go unnoticed by most. But for those tuned in, those who are open to receiving these messages, it will be undeniable. This shift is connected to the moon reaching perihelion, drawing closer to the sun than usual. When these two celestial forces align in such proximity, they create a ripple effect within us. It's as if the volume on your subconscious mind is being turned all the way up. Thoughts that were once buried beneath daily noise will now come through loud and clear. Dreams that once felt fleeting will suddenly carry meaning, as if they are trying to tell you something important. That feeling in your gut, the one you may have brushed aside before, will now be impossible to ignore. But this isn't just about intuition. It's about long-hidden truths finally surfacing. Think about those moments in life when something just clicks, when a realization that had been lingering just beneath the surface for weeks, months, or even years suddenly becomes crystal clear. That's the energy of this moment. It's a time when you'll start to understand things that may have confused you before. It's a time when the people in your life will reveal their true colors, whether through their actions, their words, or even their absence. It's a time when the path ahead will no longer feel clouded with uncertainty, but illuminated by a knowing that comes from deep within. If you feel drawn towards something or someone, pay attention. If a thought pops into your mind, seemingly out of nowhere yet feels strangely significant, don't dismiss it. These are the whispers of your higher self, the nudges from the universe guiding you now that so many of the usual distractions are falling away. This is a moment to trust yourself, to listen deeply, and to recognize that what is being revealed now isn't just information, it's direction, it's clarity. It's an invitation to step forward into a new chapter with your eyes wide open. And yet, with clarity comes the weight of knowing, a burden both enlightening and heavy. There is an undeniable force in truth, one that does not bend to our wishes or soften for our comfort. Sometimes, facing reality means confronting the fact that what we once believed, what we so desperately wanted to be true, was never real to begin with. This realization is not easy, and it does not arrive gently. It demands something of us. It asks whether we will acknowledge what we see or turn away, pretending we never noticed. The choice is deceptively simple. Do we listen, or do we cling to the illusion? This week, many will find themselves at a crossroads, resisting what their intuition has been whispering for far too long. But no matter how much we try to ignore it, the truth does not simply dissolve. It lingers, it repeats, it returns in different forms, until we are ready to accept it. There will be moments in the coming days when certain people or situations come to mind with an unshakable persistence. These are not coincidences. The universe does not waste its energy on empty messages. If something, or someone, keeps appearing in your thoughts, there is a reason. These nudges from the unseen are not random, nor are they meaningless. They are signals, invitations to look deeper, to pay attention to what has been hidden in plain sight. You may notice that before words are spoken, before actions confirm it, you already know. There is a heightened awareness unfolding now, an ability to sense shifts in relationships, opportunities, and even your own internal landscape before they fully manifest. This is not just another week where things happen to you. This is a week where things happen through you. Everything is unfolding in a precise sequence, leading toward a pivotal moment that cannot be ignored. March 28th marks a significant turning point, a moment when the weight of the past and the possibilities of the future converge. The moon's alignment with Saturn is not just an astrological event, it is a reckoning. Saturn, the planet of discipline, responsibility, and karmic lessons, does not allow for shortcuts or avoidance. It demands accountability. It demands truth. This is the moment I warned you about, the one so many have overlooked, choosing instead to be distracted by the noise of everyday life. But distraction will not save you from what is coming. This is the moment where reality asserts itself, where you will be asked to make a choice that cannot be undone. There is power in this moment, but there is also gravity. What you decide now will have lasting consequences, shaping the path ahead in ways you may not yet understand. Some will embrace this shift, stepping into their own clarity with courage, while others will resist, holding on to the comfort of denial for just a little longer. But the truth does not wait. The universe is speaking, and the only question that remains is whether you are truly ready to hear it. On this significant day, the cosmos orchestrates an event of profound intensity as the Moon and Saturn appear to collide in the sky. This celestial interaction is not one of gentle whispers or soft nudges. Rather, it is a stark confrontation between the raw depths of emotion and the unyielding forces of law, karma, and restriction. When Saturn makes its presence known, it does not ask permission, nor does it wait until you feel prepared. It demands reckoning. If you find yourself overwhelmed by a sudden heaviness, as if an unseen weight has settled upon you, understand that this is not your imagination playing tricks. It is the silent but powerful resistance of something deep within you. Perhaps a change you have been avoiding, a difficult decision you have postponed, or an old wound you convinced yourself had long healed. But Saturn, ever the cosmic taskmaster, does not entertain illusions. It cares not for what you believe you are ready for. It only cares about what you need to face in order to grow. What makes this encounter even more intense is its timing, just before a solar eclipse. This is not a day of emotional turmoil without purpose. It is a precursor, a cosmic initiation, preparing you for something greater that looms just beyond the horizon. The discomfort, the internal battle, the unearthed fears, these are not meant to break you, but to strengthen you, to strip away the illusions that no longer serve you, to push you toward the truth you have resisted. The challenge here is not to flee from these feelings, not to numb yourself or turn away. Instead, lean into them. Face them head on. Acknowledge the past, but refuse to let it dictate your future. This is your moment to reclaim your power, to prove to yourself that you are not bound by old wounds or outdated beliefs. Then comes the solar eclipse, the defining moment of this cosmic cycle. The sun, the great illuminator, the source of clarity, vitality, and conscious awareness, begins to fade, swallowed by darkness. In this moment, logic falters, reason stumbles, and control slips through your fingers like sand. A solar eclipse is not just an astronomical event, it is an energetic blackout, a temporary dissolution of the conscious mind's dominance. What rises in its place are the hidden undercurrents of the psyche, the emotions and truths, buried beneath layers of structure and rationalization. This is why many feel disoriented, inexplicably uneasy, or as if something is shifting beneath the surface, even if they cannot articulate why. An eclipse is a portal, a threshold between what was and what is becoming. It draws forth the unresolved, the unseen, the forgotten. It forces a reckoning not just with external circumstances, but with the deepest layers of the self. Some may find old wounds reopening, past patterns resurfacing, or unexpected emotions demanding attention. This is not regression, it is revelation. The eclipse does not seek to punish but to unveil, to show you what has been lingering in the shadows so that you may finally confront it, integrate it, and move forward unburdened. As the darkness peaks and then begins to recede, the world does not return to what it was before. Something has shifted. A transformation has begun, whether you see it immediately or not. This is not just another astrological event. It is a moment of cosmic realignment, an opportunity to break free from the chains of the past and step into a new chapter with greater awareness, resilience, and purpose. So, when the heaviness sets in, when the uncertainty creeps up, when emotions rise like a tide you cannot hold back, do not resist. Instead, trust. This is not the end. It is the beginning of something far greater than you can yet see. Eclipses are not just celestial events. They are cosmic catalysts, stirring the unseen forces that shape our lives. But this isn't just about what's being disrupted. It's about how you respond to it. Every eclipse carries a deeper purpose, offering a rare and powerful opportunity to recalibrate your path. It's a reset button gifted by the universe. But before you can embrace the new, you must first pass through the test. The tension between past and future, the familiar and the unknown, can feel overwhelming. Like standing at the edge of a threshold, aware that once you step forward, nothing will ever be the same. There is something almost supernatural about this moment, an eerie stillness, like the air before a storm, thick with anticipation. For thousands of years, eclipses have been seen as moments when the veil between worlds thins, when time bends, and fate becomes more malleable. Ancient civilizations watched in awe and fear as the sun disappeared, interpreting these occurrences as divine messages, omens that signified great shifts in power, destiny, and human affairs. Even now, in a world of science and reason, we cannot ignore the synchronicities, the strange dreams, the heightened awareness that comes when the sky darkens. The universe speaks more clearly in the shadows than it ever could in the light, urging us to listen. What rises to the surface during an eclipse is not random. It is a reflection of what has been waiting beneath, unseen, but inevitable. Pay close attention to your emotions, to the subtle and not so subtle signs appearing around you. Write them down, for they are pieces of a larger puzzle, whispers from your intuition revealing what is ready to shift. And shift it will. This isn't an energy that moves slowly. When eclipses come in pairs, as they are now, a total lunar eclipse on March 14th, followed closely by a partial solar eclipse on March 29th, the message is clear. Something significant is closing. Doors that have remained ajar for years are now sealing shut. Karmic cycles that have been in motion for what feels like lifetimes are reaching their resolution. You may not recognize it immediately. The change might be subtle at first, like a ripple before a wave. But if you're not paying attention, you might wake up one day to find your life entirely transformed, as if rewritten while you weren't looking. The key is awareness. The universe is moving quickly, and so must you. Stay present. Observe what is shifting within and around you. What once felt unshakable may now feel uncertain, and what once seemed impossible may now feel within reach. Eclipses remind us that time is not as linear as we believe. The past and the future are colliding in this moment, and you stand at the center of it all. This is your chance to step forward with clarity, to trust that whatever is leaving your life is making space for something greater. Once the light returns, so will your vision. But for now, you must navigate the dark with faith that the path ahead is being illuminated, even if you can't yet see it. Those who attune themselves to this energy, who open their hearts and minds to its influence, will experience a transformation unlike anything they've known before. This is not just another fleeting cosmic shift. It is an acceleration, a chance to evolve at a pace that once seemed impossible. The veils between what was hidden and what is now revealed are growing thinner, and those who are ready will find themselves propelled forward as if by an unseen force. Long-buried truths will come to light, offering clarity where confusion once reigned. Unexpected opportunities will materialize, and the universe will seem to conspire in their favor, aligning circumstances in ways that defy logic but feel undeniably right. Doors that once seemed locked will swing open effortlessly, and with them, an invitation to step into a higher version of yourself. Yet, for those who resist, who dismiss the signs or cling to old patterns, this same energy may feel like chaos, as if the very fabric of their world is unraveling before their eyes. There is no middle ground here. This is an awakening, a reckoning, a moment that demands awareness. The discomfort of ignoring this call will manifest as confusion, stagnation, and a profound sense of being lost. It may seem as though life itself is working against them, stripping away what was once stable and leaving nothing but uncertainty in its wake. But this is not punishment. It is a necessary purge. The question is not whether this energy will come, for it is already here. The real question is, will you embrace it, or will you resist? Because whether you are ready or not, change is inevitable. And then, as the eclipses fade, we step into the dark moon phase, a test unlike any other. This is the moment where the universe goes silent, where external guidance disappears, and only the whispers of your own soul remain. No signs, no clear direction, no assurances, just you, your fears, and the weight of your own choices. This is where most people falter, where doubt creeps in and uncertainty threatens to consume. When nothing seems to be moving forward, when the path ahead is shrouded in darkness, when every familiar marker disappears, what will you do? The moon, in her quiet wisdom, offers an answer. She reminds you that even in the deepest darkness, a light remains, not outside of you, but within. The real test is not whether you can find the way forward with perfect clarity, but whether you can trust yourself when there is no clarity at all. This phase is not about seeking answers from the outside world, but about learning to trust the fire within. The intuitive knowing that exists beyond logic and beyond fear. This is the turning point. Those who surrender to the process, who allow the uncertainty to teach them rather than break them, will emerge transformed. The darkness is not an end. It is a beginning, a moment of gestation before the next great awakening. The key is to hold steady, to listen, to trust. Because soon the light will return, and when it does, you will be standing on the threshold of something entirely new. Most people panic when faced with uncertainty. They second-guess themselves, searching desperately for proof that things will work out, that they are on the right path, that they are making the right choices. They crave reassurance, some external sign that tells them, without a doubt, that everything will be okay. But the truth is, life does not always offer such guarantees, at least not up front. There is no proof, not yet. And that is the essence of the challenge. What will you choose to believe when there is no evidence of hope? When the road ahead is unclear and the universe offers nothing but silence in response to your doubts? What will you do? This is the defining moment that separates those who step into their highest potential from those who remain stuck in the same patterns, unable to break free. It is easy to have faith when life is constantly providing reassurance, when opportunities fall into place effortlessly, and when signs seem to confirm that you are on the right track. But what about when nothing makes sense? What about when the path ahead is shrouded in fog, and all you have is the quiet whisper of your own intuition, urging you to take another step forward? This is where real transformation happens, not in moments of certainty, but in the spaces where doubt threatens to consume you. Growth does not happen in the comfort of the known. It unfolds in the moments when everything feels unstable, when fear tells you to stop, but something deeper within you tells you to keep going. It is in these moments that you're given the opportunity to rewrite your story, to break free from the patterns that have held you back, and to step into a new version of yourself, one that is no longer controlled by fear, but guided by faith. But here's the reality. Most people will not pass this test. They will let fear dictate their actions. They will question every decision, overanalyze every step, hesitate when they should move, and ultimately convince themselves that maybe they were wrong all along. Maybe they should wait for a clearer sign, for undeniable proof, for a moment when everything feels certain. But that hesitation, that lingering doubt, is precisely what keeps people trapped in the same cycles for years, sometimes even a lifetime. They wait for confidence before they act, not realizing that confidence is built through action, not the other way around. The difference between those who transform their lives and those who remain stuck is not luck, nor is it intelligence. It is trust. March has been a month of upheaval, revelations, and rapid, sometimes jarring shifts. The intensity of 2 eclipses has brought hidden truths to the surface. Saturn's quiet but forceful influence has demanded accountability, and the moon's emotional currents have pulled us into deep, reflective waters. And now, as March draws to a close, we stand on the precipice of something even greater. April is not just another page in the calendar, it is the threshold of an entirely new timeline. This is not about passively stepping into the future, it is about actively shaping it. The truth is, you do not merely enter a new chapter of your life. You are the one writing it. Every choice you make, every belief you reinforce, every step you take this week is setting the foundation for what comes next. The universe is not only listening to your words, your intentions, your hopes. It is watching your actions. It is responding to the energy you put forth, to the courage you summon, to the decisions that align with your true self. This final week of March is a portal, one last chance to consciously choose what you are carrying forward and what you are leaving behind. Old patterns, outdated fears, limiting beliefs. If they no longer serve you, this is the time to release them, because as the light returns, the world you step into will not be the same. It will be a reflection of who you have become, shaped by the choices you have dared to make. Life often presents us with pivotal moments, instances where we stand at a crossroads, knowing that the decisions we make today will shape the course of our future. Right now, you are in such a moment. In a few weeks, you will look back at this very point in time and either feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for having chosen courage or a lingering regret for having hesitated. The question is, which path will you take? Will you step forward with faith, embracing the unknown, trusting that even without all the answers, the journey itself will reveal the wisdom you seek? Will you allow yourself to be guided by possibility, by the energy that is urging you to move, to grow, to evolve? Because whether or not you feel ready, life does not pause. This energy, this momentum, it waits for no one. Or will you resist? Will you cling to what feels familiar, holding on to old habits and outdated beliefs simply because they offer a sense of comfort? Will you allow fear and doubt to whisper in your ear, convincing you that it's safer to stay where you are, even if deep down, you know you were meant for more? Change is never easy, but neither is staying stuck in a cycle that no longer serves you. This is your moment to choose, to break free from hesitation, to lean into discomfort, to trust that the future holds more for you than the past ever could. The universe rewards action, not just intention. The first step is often the hardest, but once taken, it has the power to shift everything. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you for your time, your attention, and your openness to these words. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to stay connected. Consider subscribing for more content like this. And if you feel inspired, share your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters, your journey matters, and I look forward to walking this path with you. Until next time, take care and keep moving forward.